don't know a lot about like the gay community.
That's a fair assumption, you know, and also I like the acknowledgement that he's straight. Bro, what are you doing? Just like get on Grinder, man. You know what I mean? Like, damn. There's got to be gay guys out there that are like 6'2" with armpit hair who are ready to get down with this. You know what I mean? There's got to be someone out there. But no. Alas, he won't stop until Chris Hansen stops him.
This is a video I thought I would never have to make. That's what I'm thinking James Charles is gonna do. James Charles, let us not forget, just the other day, he got caught flirting with this straight guy on TikTok, because I found his account, this is him right here, and on Instagram, and guess what? He has responded. We have a response from James Charles. We also have a response from the other guy, the straight guy apparently. My opinion, I was thinking that the guy was leading him on. The guy was, you know, listen, in the community, there are straight men who flirt with gay guys to get money, cars, dinners, trips. It works both ways with girls and guys, right? In this situation, I think that James Charles, he just thinks he's gonna get stuff for free. If you want this guy, just say, hey, I really think you're attractive. I know you're straight, but I would love to spend some time with you. I wanna go to Punta Cana. I wanna go to the Bora Bora. Would you wanna come with me for the weekend? Like, you can go about it that way and just be open and honest and transparent. But no, he wants to go ahead and manipulate and just try to be like, why don't you FaceTime me? And he didn't even offer him money at all. Like, girl, what's going on? If there's not money in the text message, what are you doing? If you know he's not interested, you can at least wine and dine him and just be transparent about it. But a no is no at the end of the day, James, just saying. But I was thinking that James was being led on. And I had defended him in a TikTok, check me out, I'm TikTok famous now. And I defended him on the TikTok and I put it on Instagram stories as well, so check me out on Instagram as well. But now I'm thinking, wait a minute, let's put my little foot up in it because there's some new drama that has come forward. James Charles has responded and so has the alleged straight guy. And I say alleged because I kind of feel like, I don't know about that. I'm just saying. So I have the receipts you already know. Hold on. I gotta fix my lipstick, girl. I spent $50 on this lipstick by Pat McGrath. I think it is called Divine Rose. I do not like the color. I don't know. I just don't like the color, girl. I think I overpaid for it, but whatever. This is what it looks like. This video is sponsored at the house by AdamandEve.com. Thank you, AdamandEve.com, for sponsoring this video. I love you guys so much. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. You can use code LUX to save 50% off at AdamandEve.com. And also, just a friendly reminder, they're shipping to the United States and Canada, and a portion of the proceeds goes to help and find a cure for HIV and AIDS. I love companies that give back. So if you're looking for a really neat gift for Valentine's Day or something fun, it's not all about toys. They have silk pajamas, pillowcases, an eye mask. The silk ones, really good ones, you know what I'm talking about? Definitely check out AdamandEve.com. Use code LUX for 50% off. Plus free shipping. Like, what are you doing? It's not even Black Friday. It's not even Christmas anymore. And they're giving away that hot deal. So thank you, AdamandEve.com, for sponsoring this video. Let's get on with the drama. So I have the receipts because James Charles allegedly was missing because he hasn't posted on his social media for a couple hours up until recently. I have the receipts on that because it was kind of odd that he just went radio silent. He was liking tweets. I will say that. Let me show you some of the receipts that James Charles was liking. So if you go over to James Charles' Instagram account and click on likes, here's one of the likes. It says, okay, so here's the thing. James has been predatory to young people in the past, but this is not an example of him doing something wrong. This man was going back and forth with James, taking pictures of secret conversations, knowing he was going to expose this. James Charles liked that, but in the same like, he's also agreeing with when the person said James Charles has been predatory to young people in the past. James Charles liked that. You like the fact that James Charles, you like this post that said James Charles has been predatory to young people in the past. He also liked the fact that it said the receipt went as follows, that the guy was screenshotting and having a secret conversation to expose James Charles. So James Charles was looking for anyone who was on his side at that point. Okay, so he hasn't been posting on social media. He was liking a lot of interesting tweets such as that. And then he did kind of make a response. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. But the boy responded, okay? So the boy went on Instagram story and he basically said, hey, ask me some questions. And here's some of the questions. It says, clearly James was into you, so you could have made it clear that you were not interested, LOL. Then the boy said, I unfollowed him and he randomly messaged back to say, wow, I see how it is. I replied, I'm literally just some random guy from TikTok. You can easily find someone else. His distortions on how he imprinted everything does not reflect me and implying I clearly wasn't interested. Followed by, do you think he DM'd you because he thought you were vulnerable and easy to impress with fame and money? And Stoughton responded by saying, he mentioned trying to fly multiple guys out to LA, but they always come up with an excuse why they couldn't. Probably because they're straight as well. But from my experience, he was offering a flight to LA and sent a video of his shoe collection with other random videos of him walking around the house. So, you know, he's basically, I'm trying to read between the lines here. Come, look at my magical mansion in LA and Hollywood. Come on down, right? This is an adult conversation. I'm just saying that. This guy's not underage. This is an adult conversation. And I'm not defending James Charles because James Charles can defend himself, but I just want to make that clear. Then it went like this. Your sister said the opposite though. There's family matters I can't go in depth with, but she doesn't have the best mental health. She knew the general consensus that James Charles DM'd me, but besides that, nothing else was told to her. She wanted to get involved with this somehow and seek the best option was saying, I lead on James Charles. Maybe I'll ask her myself to provide me the proof. So he has a sister. The sister made a TikTok and she was basically alluding that the brother was using James Charles. It's my opinion. He's saying in this thread that the sister has mental health issues. Take it for what it is. That's what he said. So the receipt goes as follows. Stoughton said, ask me a question. The question was, where the exposed? I don't even know what that, where the exposed, what? He posted, I posted them because they were hilarious. Exposing is just what people make out of everything that's been released. I do not care about any of this and find it very entertaining. I named it the James Charles Experience, not James Charles Exposed. I literally could care less who follows, likes, or views my ish. Followed by, ask me a question. This thread shows two adults flirting with each other, LOL. Then Stoughton said, if myself liking James Charles Instagram messages is saying LOL, you are both great, means I'm flirting, then you're clearly ran out of stuff to make him seem justifiable. Followed by, you're laughing about it with your friend and another guy on IG. You're not a victim. Followed by, he said, I've never claimed I was a victim, which is another assumption floating around. I posted everything because I thought it was hilarious that this creep should be mocked for the hilarious messages he sent. You guys, the receipts keep going. Check it out. Ask me a question. Trying to expose him backfired, huh? Stoughton said, yes, it did. It's hard exposing a big creator with getting the backlash I'm receiving. Probably why more creeps go unrecognized because this is a response to anyone who wants to expose it. Then, ask me a question, he said. If you knew what would happen, then why would you keep replying back? He said, I've had interaction with other big creators before, and unlike this in particular one, I wasn't going to fully assume the worst and consider his past would still be the same person he is now. I was wrong, and there's a screenshot on the internet of me mentioning he talked to me exactly like how his allegations were. Ask me a question. You should have posted all the conversations, including your response. Refer back to any photos I took of James Charles' message to notice vanish mode that he turned on. Any incriminating evidence was gone after a simple swipe of the chat. I'd share mine and more if I were able to. Here we go. Why didn't you block him? Stoughton said, the conversation started like any ordinary regular text would. There were simple back and forth messages. It was only till around midnight his focus shifted to asking me for selfies and FaceTime calls that I started saying no. I repeatedly said I wasn't comfortable enough to start calling, after which he'd start giving me compliments to to try enticing me to call. I then started leaving his messages on scene, to which he then sent a illicit photo of himself after 10 minutes passed by, and I didn't respond. I told him after he sent the photo, do you realize who you are and how badly that could have affected your image? If I were to have a screenshot of that, he'd give a childish response. Then things went dry and I didn't block him, just quit texting him. And that was the end of that. That was super freaking long. That's what the guy that James Charles was flirting with posted on social media. Well, then I was thinking, well, where's James Charles' response? Is James Charles gonna make a response video saying that he was desperate like he did before? I don't know. So I went over to James Charles' Instagram account and he didn't post anything. He didn't post anything for hours. This is someone who posts something every day on his Instagram story. So when I went on here and I looked.
So obviously being that you are straight, I would assume that you don't know a lot about like the gay community. You might be like, oh my God, David, you're annoying over text, right? You don't know if I'm saying like, oh my God, David, you're being annoying. Or like, oh my God, David, you're being annoying. Or like, oh my God, David, you're being annoying. Because all three of those are completely different like emotions that you cannot see through text. You only get to actually experience those through a FaceTime call or through being in person. Even over the phone, you still miss out on things because you're missing somebody's facial expressions, right? So because you refuse to hang out with people or because you refuse to FaceTime, you're not allowing people to actually get to know you as like a human being. And that's a massive, massive problem whenever it comes to being in a relationship with somebody. You cannot fall in love with somebody simply just from text.
He posted something 4 hours ago. It says, hello. Like, just look at his face. Looking all sad. We've seen this, he's done this before. Then the next picture, he's all happy. He said, I'm not gonna do it. He looks like he's in some cage or some kennel with very expensive dogs. And this is what really upsets me the most, is that you could literally adopt a pet from the SPCA or CPCA, however you say it, from an animal shelter rather, who needs a good loving home, but instead it looks like, to my opinion, it looks like he's gone to a breeder and probably gonna pay a couple $1,000s to adopt a designer dog. So you're in the midst of another scandal and you post like nothing's happened adopting designer dogs. You know what I really think about the situation? And I've seen other people's videos. You know what I really think about the situation? I think that all this is a deflect for Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. I think it's all fake. I think the boys in on it. I think James in on it. Everyone's talking about it. It's a deflect away from all of that. That's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think about that. Hold on. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is a deflect from that situation? Very interesting tea. Anyways, let me know what you think of all that drama in the comments down below. And thank you so much to my sponsor, AdamandEve.com. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, I love you so much.